Hello everyone, in this video we are going to practice joining the letter C to letters with ascenders, tall letters, so mainly ch and k and kl words. Let's have a go with some ch words to begin with. So starting on the line, doing that little hook for the C, and then the joiner, that diagonal line goes halfway, and then we go straight up and straight back down the line, and then up and over for the H. Again, starting on the line, writing that letter C, a diagonal join, so it's at the height of the letter C, and then it goes straight up, straight down, up and over. Watch again, letter C. There's that diagonal and it goes straight up. So look how that line curves. It's diagonal and then it goes straight up, then straight back down, up and over. And it's exactly the same for the other letter combinations. Here's a C to a K. So there's the letter C, that diagonal join, and then straight up, straight down, in, out, kick. Letter C, diagonal, straight up, straight down, and there's that ending on the line. C, K, and this is what the L looks like, the C to a letter L. Diagonal, straight up, straight down, straight up and down. So that's what those three pairs of letters should look like when we're just practicing those letters. Keep practicing until you've got it perfect, and then next we can have a go at putting them into words. Okay, let's write some ch words to begin with. I'm sure you can think of lots. Here are the ones that I've come up with along with a broken pencil. So let's have, there's that diagonal join, up, down, and a diagonal join. We're going to write an I and a diagonal join for a P. So we're going to go straight down that line, up and over, and then an S on the end. Chips. Watch again, and then you can write it as many times as you need to get it perfect. Chips. Let's do a word with a ch at the end of the word, like such. So each time starting on the line with my diagonal joiners, there's the diagonal to the C, diagonal straight up, straight down. Again, starting on the line for that S, starting right next to the S but not joining to it for the U, diagonal and over the top for C, and then a diagonal up, down, up and over. Such. One more. Let's do chin. Diagonal up, down, diagonal straight down, diagonal straight down, and put the dot on when you finish writing the word. You can write these words as many times as you need to until you can do it without thinking and making them look beautiful at the same time. Start slowly, and then when your hand knows what it's doing, it can get faster and faster. Okay, let's have a look at some CK words now. CK always goes at the end of a word. Let's start with sack. So there's my S, starting the letter A on the line but not joined to the A, a diagonal to the A. There's a diagonal now for the K, and we're going to go straight up, straight down, and finishing on the line. Watch again. Diagonal, a diagonal, up, down, over, sack. Let's try lick, because it's got an ascender at the beginning. Diagonal as far as the line, and then up, down, diagonal, down, diagonal and hook it over, diagonal, up, down and over, and again. So the diagonal goes halfway and then straight up, straight down, diagonal, diagonal and hook it over, diagonal and then straight up, straight down. Put the dot on afterwards. And one more. Let's begin this word with the digraph that we've just been practicing. Begin with a ch. So diagonal and then straight up. And another diagonal, we're going to write chuck. So straight down. Diagonal. Diagonal and then straight up, straight down, up and over. Do it one more time, and then you can stop the video and you can practice as many times as you need to make your writing look beautiful, as I know it will do with lots and lots of practice. And now let's do some CL words. So we can have a combination of words that begin with CL and end with CK, so it will help us practice both of those letter joins. So there's a C, there's my diagonal join, straight up, straight down, diagonal, 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 and don't forget the dot over the I. Let's have one that begins with a ch this time, and again we can practice both of those letter joins. Chick. So always a diagonal join as far as the halfway mark. That's why writing over two sets of lines really helps. It helps you get all your letters exactly the same size. Whoops. Click and chick, and we'll finish with cluck. So diagonal halfway, straight up, straight down, diagonal halfway, straight down, diagonal with a hook on the top, diagonal halfway, straight up, straight down. It's that simple, guys. Just take your time, follow the instructions, look carefully at what I'm doing and apply it to your own writing. You will get there. Okay, it's time now to put some of those words into sentences. I'm going to shrink my writing to use just 2 lines as we normally would do in our writing books. You can practice each sentence as many times as you need to. Let's start with fish and chips. You have to imagine now where that middle line is going to be. Halfway, halfway. I'm going to start right next to the S, halfway, and then straight up, straight down. Fish. Always those diagonal joins, and imagining where that halfway line is. Fish, and so there's my diagonal, straight up, straight down, diagonal, diagonal. I'll start my S right next to the P. Fish and chips, and I'll put an exclamation mark at the end. Let's try this one. So there's my diagonal halfway, and then it's going to go straight up, straight down. I'm going to write chuck the duck, chuck the duck. Diagonal halfway, straight up, straight down. And that letter E join that we practiced in an earlier video, to the top, diagonal halfway, diagonal and hook it over, diagonal halfway, then straight up and straight down and over. Chuck the duck with an exclamation mark at the end. How about this one? He can lick his chin. Starting on the line for that letter E. He. Always imagining where that midline would be. And it's best to use the full height of the lines and make sure that your small counter letters are exactly halfway in between whilst you are practicing these joins. Once you've got the joins, then you can make your writing smaller. He can lick. Those diagonal joins. He can lick his chin. You can see where my join there wasn't fantastic. It went up too far. I should have stopped it around here. I'm sure you can do better. One last sentence. I'm going to write, the cheeky chimps ate my chips. Halfway, straight up, much better join this time. We've practiced doing those double E's. Halfway, straight up, straight down, diagonal for the Y, and then down and under. The cheeky, straight up and down, diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. The cheeky chimps. Remember, the T is not as tall, it doesn't go all the way to the top. 8. My chips. So, there we have our joins from C to an H and a K and an L. You need to keep practicing until your writing is perfect. You'll know it's perfect when you can write the word the same every single time you write it. The letters are the right size and you've got all those lovely diagonal joins. Keep practicing.